Now, Keir Starmer has announced a new Labour policy that would involve children aged between 3 and 5 brushing their teeth, not at home under the supervision of their parents, like most kids would do, but under the supervision of teachers at school. That's if Labour, of course, win the next general election. It's part of their plan, they say, to rescue the state of the nation's dental health. But some teachers, understandably, have hit back, saying it's not their job to manage children's morning routines. Oh, joining me right now is Mark Jones. He's founder of Toothless in England and joins us. Good afternoon to you, Mark.
Hello, good afternoon.
Thank you very much, Dee. Well, you're a campaign group campaigning for better dentistry in the NHS. And we know an awful lot of people are unable to get hold of an NHS dentist. I'm still lucky. I've got an NHS dentist who's very good, but a lot of people around the country haven't got a chance. And we did have extraordinary scenes in recent years, people pulling out their own teeth and horrible things like that. But let's focus on this policy. The government is basically saying, got a load of kids, don't clean their teeth. The most common reason why a child aged 6 to 9 needs to be hospitalised in this country is because of dental decay, having to have teeth extracted when things have gone horribly wrong, in horrible pain. Is this the right solution to the problem?
Well, thank you for having us on, Julia. Toothless in England is the campaign group calling for an NHS dentist for everyone. I think what we've got to really get our heads around, and political parties have got to reconcile with themselves, regardless of which political party takes control of the government in the future. It needs to learn from its past mistakes. And we are here because of NHS Dentistry effectively was put on a path towards terminal collapse when this awful NHS contract was imposed on the dentists back in 2006.
And basically, dentists don't earn enough money from seeing NHS patients. Isn't it about 11 quid or something that they earn for seeing an NHS patient? So as far as I can tell, they're all now doing Botox and other. So no, and that's I spoke to a dentist. That's how they make a lot of their money now, as opposed to doing basic dental work that a lot of people need.
Well, quite. And the figures that have come out that were released yesterday by the Labour Party, and we just want to say on behalf of the campaign, I'd like to say we welcome the announcement from the Labour Party. At least, you know, they're acknowledging there's a dental crisis, and also the reality for patients, their constituents, you know, MPs, their constituents are suffering as a result of not being able to see
It's a
NHS.
major issue for lots of MPs in their postbags. Well, they're promising also an extra 700,000 more dental appointments to be made available by providing more money. It's going to cost a total policy of £111 million a year. But this issue, I've never really understood personally why we can go to the NHS. It's not for free, of course. We pay taxes to pay for it, but free at the point of need and at demand. So any part of my body, I can go to the GP and say, oh, I think I've got a problem, can you help me? And then that's available to me, maybe after a waiting list, but free. But if it's my teeth, no, uniquely, that's something I'd have to pay for. I've always thought that was quite bizarre, and that's what's happened under these rather strange dental contracts.
Well, also, let's not forget the same's happened for spectacle wearers and those who require hearing aids. So, you know, dentistry is not that far removed from that.
It's funny, three of the most vital things we're most aware of, and for some reason they aren't covered by the NHS.
Well, quite. And getting back to your point, you made the point about the £700,000 appointments being made available. Now, we struggle to understand how they've arrived at that figure based upon the thousands of dentists who, because of this unviable NHS dental contract, have handed those contracts back because they're financially unviable. Yeah. There will be dentists watching your show, no doubt, and listening
I hope, with all due respect, I hope they're treating NHS patients. Do something useful. Stop watching the show. Go look after someone's teeth.
Well, they may be having a lunch break. Who knows? But they're, you know, less and less dentists are choosing to work under the NHS umbrella, and that's because of this contract. Okay. And unless immediate and radical reform of this current contract, then 700,000 dental appointments will be seen as a pipe dream. A figure they've just plucked out of
you've got some big question marks about perfectly great policy, but is it achievable?
I'm not here to advocate for dental practices.
Just finally, do you think it would make a difference if we had some supervision of children from homes who clearly, or parents clearly aren't doing their job, to actually brush their teeth? And at least if that was happening, that might at least take some of the pressure off from, and obviously help these children not to get dental decay.
Well, you make a very good point. It might shock some of your younger viewers and listeners to learn that there was a time when going to see an NHS dentist, either for checkups or emergency treatment, and back then it was as easy to ring up your local NHS dentist and book an appointment as it is paying for an online TV subscription service today. And that's not me looking through any rose-tinted.
No, you're right. It has really changed. We'll have to leave it there. Mark, I'm going to leave it there. Mark Jones, founder of Toothless in England. They're a campaign group for a better dentistry, NHS dentist for everyone.